Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we want to take a look at, well, those really ugly walls. Or actually, I don't know if I like those lava walls or if not. Either way, they're pretty low, but we have them and we need to farm them, which means we somehow need to farm in Legend League and somehow stay in Legend League without having too much or without having to put too much effort into this. So what might be the best army for this? Yes, it's right, it's the dragload, or how some people are calling it, the Gaku strategy. So why is this strategy so strong and why it's getting used so much actually right now in Legend League and all over the Clash universe, I would say, in war, in trophy pushing, wherever you want to take a look, it's everywhere. And one of the nice things which is the case as well, it's not costing too much Dark Elixir. It's only costing 18 Dark Elixir because of the minions. And the reason why it's so easy to use is you do not have to do too much except you want to like master the strategy. But let's take a look at what exactly you have to do and why I am using it right now to just chill and farm with my iTzu account in Legend League. So the first thing, there are a couple of small things which you should always remember. First thing, always dodge the enemy clan castle with your heroes. Second thing is, that's basically it, like try to go in wherever you want as soon as you want to have the resources. And we're already breaking the first rule in our first attack because on this one the electron on the left hand just looks too good, which means we're trying to go for the clan castle early on, especially because I feel like in the low trophy ranges a lot of players are using like double dragons and stuff like that, which is kind of unusual. I feel like as soon as you're getting higher in trophies, people are slowly like figuring out those dragons and witches. They look kind of nice, but they're not too useful. Most of the time you will face ice golems, lava hounds and stuff like this, which are super annoying because right now in Town 13 I feel like the defenses are so powerful that you need some troops which are not dealing damage. You need some troops that are stalling the attack out. This is kind of like the key. So what we're doing over here, we had a really nice electron, we had our heroes at the top, and now our dragons are getting into the base. And, well, we just use all of our spells kind of early on. How do you want to use the spells? Because that's kind of key in this attack. You want to have the freezes on anything which is dealing splash damage to your dragons, for example. Single Inferno Towers is a nice target. Air defenses can be a nice target as well if you have like high value positioning somewhere. And as soon as you see your dragons grouping up somewhere, you can use the heal spell on them. Why do you use the heal? I feel like most of the time you struggle with dragons on the back end. Like they look super powerful at the beginning, getting into the base, cruising through the base, but then somehow the loons are dying out and you have a huge problem. So what you try to do is you try to keep the biggest group of loons and dragons alive. This is kind of like the key, and this is why you should use the heal not too late into the raid. Kind of like in the core of the base, just before your troops are splitting too much, and you kind of have to predict where your loons are going. So on this one, well, this is gonna be a really close attack because we have one air defense still left standing, we have one single Inferno Tower which already melted like tons of my dragons, and we have 3 heroic dragons still alive trying to somehow clutch this. Or is this even 4 dragons? I don't even know. The dragons are getting rid of the elixir storage and this is getting really close. The air defense is going to be the next target. The minion is tanking one shot, which might be clutch. Now the dragons are getting into the core and they are getting the single Inferno Tower out of the way, which means it's gonna be a triple for us. We got all of the juicy resources because, like I said, for me it's not about like trophy pushing with iTzu right now. It's all about getting those resources in. And I think a lot of people of you guys, or like a lot of players of you guys, feel the same way. Like, especially when you have non-maxed heroes and stuff like that, you do not want to, like, most of the time you can't be at the top of the ladder. So you have to do something else, which is in my case, for example, I'm just chilling, I'm farming slowly, getting away of those lava wars, which this guy should do as well. So what do we do on this one? And once again, we're getting back to the most important rule. You want to dodge the CC. So what do I have to do for this? So what I do with this is basically the only option I have. I'm using my heroes on the opposite side of the base because whenever you have a CC which is not in the core of the base, most of the time you can lure it pretty easily by accident with having your heroes on that side. So what I'm trying to do, I would just have my heroes on the complete other side. So what this does is we should get a lot of value over here. We have access to a lot of nice defenses, and then we can use our royal champion onto the air defense in the core. But well, our king is thinking differently. Our king is saying like, okay, let's get through the wall, let's smash some defenses. And the nice thing now is, well, our queen has access to the core, which isn't a bad thing either, right? So the queen is now getting into the core, royal champion in there as well, which means it might happen that the CC is getting lured. So let's see on how we can deal with that. One small trick, sometimes you have to use the royal champion ability a little bit earlier. So for example, if you have a wizard tower or like an expo against you, you know the ability of the royal champion is not one-hitting those, which means you sometimes want to have your royal champion hitting a expo, for example, once or twice, and then using the ability to get the health back, because this means that the building is getting one shot. Even though if you can take a couple of more hits with your royal champion, that's normally the best way to use the royal champion ability. But now let's get back to the attack, because we have Electron for the core of this base. We have most of the dragon getting raged through everything, nicely timed with the warden ability for the town hall bomb and the shot of the scatter shot, which so far it's looking pretty good, right? So far it's looking pretty good. We're sniping this archer tower to make sure that it's not going to be a time issue, because you all know those dragons, they're so freaking slow. So now, even though, and this is what I'm talking about, even though it looked so good for us, somehow the dragons seem to disappear in the end of the attack. So this is why we brought the heal spell, just to have as many loons as possible in the core healthy. And now the last air defense is out of the way. This should be a triple, right? We have the Bay Dragon at the top. We have a couple of more minions at the top as well to clear out the skeletons over there from the witch, which we lured upwards with the archer. This is why the archer is kind of key in your composition, because you do not want to have your dragons being stuck on the skeletons, which are basically doing nothing. So you have to use the archer perfectly to lure those skeletons away, and your dragon should not just getting distracted by them. And so far it's looking good. I mean, I can't see the health of the dragon on the right side, but one dragon is dead, the other dragon is still pretty healthy, I guess. So this should be another triple for us. Really nice attack, but once again, one of those close ones. I finally want to get one of those really like smashing overkills. So let's take a look at this base. And this is once again, I actually never saw this base before, so I have no clue whether the base is good or bad. So let's take a look at what we're trying to do. Once again, we have the clan castle at the top, which means we somehow need to do a hero part at the bottom. So what we try to do, we try to get our heroes to the left from the 6 o'clock side, and then we're having on the right side an Electron for the enemy queen, for the enemy royal champion, Inferno Tower and Sweeper, and then we can push in between with the dragons. That's the idea. So let's try that out. What we're doing over here, we're starting off with the king, then a couple of loons to funnel the king, make that there's less damage on my king as well. Taking out the cannon early, then we can place the queen with our king together to make sure that there's a little bit more power in behind, and we can reach the multi-Inferno Tower, which is nice as well. So king is getting used just to make sure that the king is getting faster through the buildings, and as soon as the king is tanking the archer tower, I'm sending my royal champion in as well, because why not? We want to have her out of the range of the enemy clan castle, so that's how we do it. Then one or couple of loons on the right side with the Bay Dragon in behind to make sure that the funnel is perfect, and now the royal champion ability, and now we can do the Electron. My queen, meanwhile, went into the wrong direction because I took too much out of the way on the left side. So let's see on how we can recover. We tried to come in from the right side, funnel the right side with the Dark Elixir storage, but I feel like we took already out too much. So let's just, since we have on both sides so much taken out, let's just drop everything into the core, right? This is how we do it. And since everything should be kind of grouped up in the core, this should be good for us because we have the heal spell with us, which means we should be able to somehow keep most of our dragons, everything alive. We're freezing the sweeper just to make sure that everything is staying in the core and not getting like pushed away, whatever. And now the slow effect of the Giga Bomb is coming in, really annoying, but let's see where everything is going. There's the tornado trap, which is putting all of our dragons together, which is nice for us actually. So we have a nice spot for the healing. And now the last rage to somehow get fast into the back end air defense, because I think, yeah, that's the last air defense which is alive. So let's see, this looks kind of like an overkill, right? Last air defense should get completely smashed, and this looks actually pretty good for us. So everything should be wrecked, and we finally got a really nice overkill triple, right? I mean, more and more black man. This is always the problem. It's getting really close in the end. But either way, we get another triple for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And like I said, this attack strategy, it's super chill. Obviously, you can master it like mastermind, whatever. But when you're like a casual, when you just want to farm casually in Legend League, if you just want to keep being at the low range of Legend League, this strategy to me is perfect. Like I said, I'm using it on iTzu right now, just farming the walls over there and slowly but surely grinding the upgrades. And for me, so far, it worked perfectly. You have, I don't know, 2 to 3 triples a day, and this is totally fine. Most of the time, you can always get the resources you want to. It's super cheap on Dark Elixir, which means it's perfect for me to farm my heroes slowly. But I mean, it's every single day around 60 to 70, yeah, that's right, Dark Elixir. And like I said, for me, it's totally fine. I hope you guys liked today's video. I hope you guys will try that strategy out. I will see you guys back tomorrow for another one. And I will see you then. See you guys, and bye-bye.